Well, Elaine, so we're kind of getting to the end of our interview time, but I would like to kick off the November initiative. October was Directors Wellbeing,
Okay.
and this one is kind of on that same line, but I want us to think because I love the abundance mentality as brought to us from our Saint Oprah. And also, I love attitudes of gratitude, that type of thing for November appreciation. So, my danceable thought is that I'm going to be asking everyone, and you get to be the first one on camera. And I hope we can like spread this across our social media. That if I were to set a virtual Thanksgiving table,
Okay.
I'm going to set a virtual Thanksgiving table, and there's thankfully unlimited seating, and I hope a lot of cornbread dressing. That's just my own point of view. But so I'm inviting you to the virtual Thanksgiving table, and I'd like for you to tell us who of your in your dance world, because of course we know there's your family members and things,
Sure.
but in your dance world, your mentors, the people you look up to, who would you bring to you have one seat to fill next to you at our virtual Thanksgiving table. Who would you bring and why?
So this is a hard question because I have so many great mentors and people in the dance community that I respect and love. But my very first dance mentor and idol would be Lauren Anderson. And that's just because she is who she is. She's the first African American principal dancer with the Houston Ballet. She's the first African American dancer I saw on stage. My mother took me to see her perform, and I was just in awe of her on that stage and seeing someone that looked like me in a world that's not always that looks like me.
Right.
And so I followed her, and she's been to convention, come to convention. She's been twice to convention, and I was able to meet her, and I might post that picture too.
Right. Well, she came to Dulles and talked one time.
Yeah.
Well, and you know,
she taught here for me on
I love
when I
it.
was pregnant.
Yeah.
She came. It was the day she came, and I actually had to go on maternity leave, and so.
Well, and speaking of Lauren, because you were on a first name basis, not really, but it isn't, and certainly I would never discount that you looked at her as an African American ballerina, but as a little short woman I was thin before, but I was never like ballerina, Balanchine thin.
Right.
She represented exactly the same thing to me that she represented to you.
Absolutely.
Was she didn't have to fall into the stereotypes that we all thought of as a ballerina. And so I'm all about our beautiful Misty Copeland.
Yes.
But I scream Lauren Anderson every single time.
If you ever get the chance to meet her, she is so down
Ball of energy.
Ball of energy, very personable. She doesn't even acknowledge the hoopla of her. She's just a girl that loved to dance.
And we all just idolize her.
Yes,
Everyone
absolutely.
that grew up in Houston, we just idolize her.
Yeah. So that would be my person, and I cannot stress enough, she looks like me, body-wise, color-wise, and she just told me that we can do anything that we just put our mind to it, just hard work and dedication. And so I almost get teared up.
Oh, I do too. Did you ever hear the story that she tells about the first time she was cast?
Yeah.
And she didn't think it was going to be her.
She did not think it was going to be her. And I've had those moments when I did not think it was going to be me.
Yeah.
And so to see that at a young age, my mother taking me to the Houston Ballet to see her and hear her story and how much she gives back to the community. She's not just someone that did all that training and doesn't give it back. I mean, if you were to call her now and say, hey, I need you to come inspire these girls, she's going to be right there.
Right. Well, and I remember in my mind, she was a 6 foot tall, willowy, and she's a little bitty ball of fire.
Absolutely.
And so here we are just geeking out. Well, what a perfect person to be the first person to bring to our virtual Thanksgiving.
Maybe she'll be on Danceable Thoughts. Lauren Anderson.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I would be so nervous to talk to her. But you know what? We'll tag her.
We'll tag her and see what happens. Yeah.
Well, that was absolutely lovely. And you and I both just tearing up. We're so good. So I think we're going to like this virtual Thanksgiving table.
Absolutely.
Who would you like to hashtag tag Who all do you want me to ask to bring people to the table? Give me some. So shout out to some people you want me to.
Shout out, of course, Lakeisha McGowan, my mentor, my first dance high school teacher, Holly Knight, Dominique Baxter, E. Robinson, all my friends. There's so many. Erica Surrey, Courtney Nelson. There's so many people. I'm probably forgetting somebody, but
well, of course you are, because there's going to be a zillion people. There's plenty. There's an abundance mentality, and so all you folks that watch this, we expect you to tell us who's going to be at your virtual table.
absolutely.